Hello. Alright, give me a minute. Hero thrice. Damn, bro. That here. Hello, OP Red. Hello, Juven. Hello, Dice. I think we're good to go. Be right. What is that again? That should be mid-rush, right? Finish that. I need to finish that. I need to do fucking ordeal. Although there's only 1 hour yet. 1 hour left, so I guess I should do ordeal first. Are you taking questions today? I'm always taking questions, brother. If I'm streaming, I'm taking questions. So, go right ahead. And there's basically nothing, huh? I mean, I can't be too demanding. Maybe I'll do like one of the lower levels. Yeah, let's see. Like that. Perhaps not quite that low. Not quite that drastic. Yeah, 14's fine. And let's play the Soul Sync versus Reset. The Reset with the Codexes rerolls every Soul Binds at the same time. Soul Sync just only rerolls one line. And you utilize as either a gold, well, either a piece of equipment of the same grade or a Soulbind Stone of the same grade. So basically you hit the reset button if all of the Soulbinds are dog shit on a piece of equipment that has a lot of Soulbinds. Which, typically speaking, I would keep these for like PvP gear, because on the PvE side, you should be setting yourself up so you never have to do that. Could I ask you a question regarding some endgame stuff, for party specifically? Yeah, sure. Sure. I kind of have to do all deal right now because of the addition of the wings, yeah. Hello, Polian. Hello, Akiran. Hello, Relics. Hello, everybody. And he's gone. I mean, we'll wait as long as we have to be honest. I just want to get this done. Because I'm assuming the wings are not going to be free. Hello, kitty. Also, I mean, I'm just adding even more fucking easy work for myself, since I added resource channels for like every class on my Discord. So this way, whenever anyone asks about like macro stuff, skill stuff, node stuff, like basically that's gonna be the resource, right? Taking a little bit of work, but it's stream today. Oh, Tuesdays are always like that. I'm just doing a stream to read the patch notes, and that's about it on these days. So clearing the hardest content in the game, PvE-wise, aka chasing leaderboards for high scores and ranks, is a channel enough for the entire party, or is a cleric better? Do a channel plus cleric better? What do players run? So Alabu, in the current state of the game, when it comes to just speedrunning easier content, because I'm assuming, because like if you're saying chasing leaderboards, it's specifically for stuff like Transcendence, right? If you mean hardest content as in raids, it depends both on the state of the prog and the state of the game. Generally speaking though, like if you just want to make an ideal comp, you're just gonna have both. Like that's the short answer, right? But when it comes to just speedrunning conquests, speedrunning trials, you can do that with a channel only. especially earlier into the game, that's actually going to be preferable to get better times. In the current state of the game, carrying both doesn't really have much of an importance, because Cleric actually provides a buff that is better than Channer, in the case of a Blessing versus Power of the Storm, right? Like, but yeah, typically speaking, like, the preferred way to run things is either Cleric by itself or having both. Yeah. Early into global, solo Channer is going to be acceptable, because the content is going to be so easy and Cleric won't have predation, right? But yeah, long term, you either run both or you only run a Cleric, pretty much. Mostly because Channer is lacking Resurrection for Sanctuary and has less healing, so the more involved fights, you know, Cleric is just more comfortable. Whereas when you're running solo Cleric with no Channers, like the main thing you're losing is the movement speed from the Sprint Mantra and the slightly better Mantra and debuffs, right? So basically you're losing movement speed, you're losing a bit of crit damage boost, and you're losing a slightly better shred on the boss. Yeah. But, you know. I'm going to leave it as is for now. Like, just maybe a minute or two. Because, I mean, it's just my pug anyway. And then if no tank joins, I guess I'll just grab whatever. Yeah, people are just impatient, man. Like, what are you leaving to do, bro? Like, what group are you joining right now? The level 16 that doesn't want you? Or the level fucking 4? Like, be for real. Like, oh my god, this is taking too long, yeah, bro. Main source for rerolling Soulbind Sync is Syncstone, just unneeded gear. It's a mix of both, but typically speaking, you're gonna be using the Soulbind Stones to do the Soulbind rerolling, because equipment you can use to get other mats for other stuff. Like gold and orange gear, you can use for transfer, as transfer material, and for potential as well. So yeah. But you know, the lower grade stuff, like if you're good, let's say on gold gear, if you're good on transfer mats, and it's a piece of gold gear that is like lower grade, that doesn't give you potential that you need, or you're already done with potential, then at this point you can convert it into a Soulbind Stone to use, yeah. I guess I'll just wait, and if we refill the DPS side of things again, I'll just open up the last slot to a DPS. No, not too much. What's the priority of items to buy from Sugar Festival? Oh, it's pretty simple. Diamond and crystals first, and then skills can be good, although I mean, early on, Wisdom Stones are actually going to be decent, but you're not going to be needing to like empty all of it right away, right? Because it's just going to give you combat power for like bumping up useless passives, right? So basically, Diamond and Crystal, empty all of it, really cheap. Wisdom Stones are like the first two stages, and then after that, you're going to be looking at wings and skin, right? And then if you want to craft your own Pantheon Gold thing, you can grab this, right? But probably don't do that. You can just buy from other players. Fuck. Brother. Get out of here. I have Growth Pass, Yellow Gear plus 11. Wouldn't let me dismantle for skin. Well, it should. I mean, I guess... No, every piece of gear should be dismantleable, right? I'm trying to think. I think every piece of gear can be dissolved, as far as I know. Okay, well, we got a tank. Imagine if those dipshits from earlier actually stayed. Okay, well, this tank... Okay, that's PvP gear. That's fine. There's another gear set. Does it not let you dissolve gear if you have it equipped? Because it doesn't let you, like, upgrade it and stuff like that, right? Like, craft it and stuff, but... I don't think I've ever tried to dissolve a piece of equipment that wasn't present in the multiple sets. It shouldn't? Alright, well, that's probably what it is then. Is there many extendable available on global release? You're gonna have two extendables. You're gonna have your entry level one that's gonna be Chromede, and then you're going to have your end game one that is Udra. This guy's juiced. Yo, brother, can you switch to your PvE set? I mean, he has a plus 17 pendant. Like, his PvE set is probably fine, right? Even though he has a fucking looter sword. But maybe he just uses it for PvP. I don't think I give a shit either, to be honest. It's fucking level 14, we'll be fine. Just to get a juiced range DPS, ideally. Because 4 melees on the Vacron ordeal kinda sucks. But we don't have that much time, 50 minutes left. Well, less than that actually, 40. And yeah, like, today is going to be a bit of a whatever patch, like as expected. There's pretty much nothing happening this week. Just adding gear to Ordeal and some modification on Gladiator again, which I'm sure Gladiators would bitch about it as usual, even though they're, you know, the fucking golden child of the game, but what can you do, right? I wonder how bad queues are going to be on launch. You mean like to get into the game? I mean, don't expect to be getting much playtime. Like, if you're going early access, there's gonna be server downtime, there's gonna be queues, there's gonna be like the usual stuff, right? Hello, Cyber. Are there any classes dominating open world PvP? I mean, okay, the thing with open world PvP, right, is that it's so fucking irrelevant that no one's doing it these days outside of pilots and bots, right? So, you know, in that sense, no, but, you know, okay, well, I guess Chandler's fine. But, I mean, if I had to pick classes that are, like, good at just ganking people in the open world, like Gladiator ultimately is the golden child, right? Every class is doing kind of okay when it comes to ganking in the open world. Like, I would say, again, the only classes that kind of lag behind would be, like, Cleric. Cleric, maybe Brawler. Like, I haven't seen too many Brawlers do too well in open world. Like, I don't quite know everything that Brawler does right now, but I haven't seen many Brawlers do too well. And thanks for the tier 1 Raiden. Very cool. 8 months, wow. It's crazy. I've been streaming that long already, huh? When is the combat rework coming? It's gonna be in 7 days. Well, 8 days, technically, I guess. So basically next week's patch. Brawler can blast, but most are still behind on gear. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's just difficult to know right now because I see some Brawler do okay, but for the most part, it looks a bit underwhelming, I guess. I don't know if it's a fucking skill issue or, you know, if the class actually isn't just simply isn't that great because of the way it functions, but yeah. Like Tyson in Korea Arena, big gear gets fucking shit up. Big burst, big swishy, it's a big burst DC with no evasion. Yeah, so by definition, it's not a great class then. Like, okay, the main problem with PvP is that, okay, I'm just going to like call a spade, alright? The main problem with PvP, especially 1v1, is like, I wouldn't say there's any class that is incredibly dog shit. It's just that every time you're looking at like individual class performances, you're like, it's like, yeah, my class does this, but Gladiator is just better. You know what I mean? Like, broadly speaking, that's kind of the problem, right? It's like, yeah, okay, my class does this, but basically Glad just does this better, right? It's like, when you look at Cleric, it's like, you're sturdy, you can heal yourself. But Gladiator has better self-sustain in 1v1, right? And then you look at Assassin and you're like, yeah, you have good stuns, you can nuke targets. But Gladiator is better at doing it because Gladiator has no cooldowns on buffs, right? Because like, the thing with Assassin is that it's pretty good at ganking people pretty fast. But if it doesn't have elusive clone, it doesn't do damage. It's the same as PvE, right? Like, ultimately, that's the problem. So, whenever an Assassin doesn't have buffs up, it doesn't fucking do damage in PvP. Like, same as PvE, right? Only has the sustain going for itself? No, I would not agree, Akiran, to be honest. Like, even just looking broadly at how people perform in arena and so on and so forth, like, The thing is, when you're looking at a 1v1 with an assassin, assassin is okay at open world ganking because it can just like buff up and blast someone, right? So in that sense, it's doing okay. But then as soon as the 1v1 is extended a bit, or if you're looking at like 1v1 arena, you're gonna have downtime periods that are really, really fucking long on elusive clone, and then the assassin is just fucking free food. Like, what do they do when elusive clone is down, right? They just run away, because ultimately they just can't win. Just belong with cities running into downtown is over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Whereas the thing with Gladiator is because the cooldowns are so short, and because of the CDR procs, you basically always have your buffs 24/7. You don't really suffer from the same downtime that some other classes may. Should be playing an assassin? Yeah, but okay. I think you're not getting the full picture of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you look at how a class performs in PvP, I wouldn't really say that any class is like complete dog shit when you look at the kit in a vacuum. But it's like when you compare it to like another class, you're like, yeah, this class just does this but better. And a lot of classes, they just look at it, they just look at Gladiator and they're like, yeah, okay, Glad just does this but better. You know what I mean? Sustain DPS and HPS? Yes. But the thing is, Gladiator has enough burst, but also doesn't have the downtime, and also has really good sustain and good tankiness, right? So, like for an assassin, for example, the open world ganking, assassin does okay, but like in an arena setting, for example, or in an extended 1v1, Gladiator is just the better class, right? And that's kind of the problem you run into with a lot of classes. It's just that, well, this class does this, but this class is just better at everything that this class does, right? Is Channel a good class for launch? Yeah, Channel is solid. And it's got, arguably, Channel is going to be even better for global launch than it currently is on Taiwan and Korea. Just because Cleric is going to be losing some stuff, which by definition is going to make Channel stonks go up. Watching a PvP get coded, good shit. I'm glad it was a help. Had many nerfs on Gladiator recently. Yeah, I mean it's all baloney. Like ultimately doesn't change anything. It's like, okay, you're not weaving R&B anymore, but you're just spamming overheads now. The end result is the same, right? The cool cut. I always stream at the same time every day, bro. I don't know what to say. I skipped one day this week to work on guides. All right, sue me. Too strong in the current version? Yeah. I mean, ultimately, that's just how it is, right? I'll get rather than that, just outright being better. And one thing is just jack of all trade situation. An all trade. Yeah, but okay. Here's the thing, Raiden, right? I would say that Chanta is a jack of all trade class. It has good matchups. It has really bad matchups, right? But overall, the thing is, Chanta is not the best at anything in PvP, right? That's the thing. Whereas, like again, if you look at Chanta versus Gladiator, that is just the better class, right? Even though Channel isn't bad, like Channel is legit strong right now, it is, but Glad is just the better class, right? I think so. Follow Gearcade. Bro, stop trying to open it if you're getting hit, please. Like that's the thing, because they have nerfed effective healing so much compared to life leeching. Life leeching is just better, right? And thanks for the total and for the prime peppers. Very cool. Enjoy the emotes. I was talking about anyone thing, but everything is a problem. Yeah. I mean, look, ultimately, this is not me saying that, oh my god, nerf this class, nerf this class. It's just, this is just me saying that when I say that a class is weaker than another, right? Like, for example, I think the initial discussion was about Brawler, right? The main thing is that if you look at the class in a vacuum, it may be doing okay, but the main problem is just that when you look at 1v1 PvP specifically, you're more so looking at the fact that, yeah, this class does this, but this class just does this but better, right? And that's the main point of comparison. That's the main problem, right? Which, again, ultimately, does it matter? Not really, because 1v1 PvP in this game is fucking irrelevant. Who gives a shit? But that's where the argument is coming from, right? Ambient Gladiator just use LMB. Yeah, Gladiators have shifted to doing using LMB to weave with overhead. And RMB is basically just an overhead replacement when it's down, pretty much. Pretty similar to most classes, to be honest, right? It's also a farming tool, I guess. God, this is so bad. Yeah, see chat, this is why I don't want to have 4 melees, because look at this shit. Oh, I did too early. Whoops. That's why you have 1 res. Fortune's Weave when it comes out, Madsen? Probably. Well, okay, it's a bit tough because Fortune's Weave is going to be like around AION2 global, so I may have to push it back a bit. Yeah. I will be playing the Pokemon game when it comes out though, but yeah, Fortune's Weave I may have to delay a bit because we're gonna be in the thick of global release. Wow, bro, you guys are all melees. You're next to each other and you're not freeing each other? What the fuck are you doing? Guess I'm remaking the group. Melee sucks. I wouldn't say so, but having 4 melees in a fight like this is kind of, you know. Thank you for the comment on YouTube. Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to engage in a human conversation. But no, I mean, this is not me jumping at you. I'm just, you know, saying as a refresher that this is just me saying that the current problem with 1v1 PvP is exactly that. It's just, yeah, it's hard to make an argument for specific classes because the main problem with this game is that it's hard for classes to fill a niche when you have classes that just do everything better, right? It's not like AION1 where you can make an argument for group PvP versus solo PvP and then specific matchups and specific niches and so on and so forth. It just, these classes are overbearing, these classes are strictly worse, right? And both of them have a space, like they can play, right? But it's like, yeah, this one's just better, right? You know what? I'm just going to do 13. Fuck it. Probably lower this one, right? Well, actually, just lower this. Just do 12. I don't care. I just want points for this week. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Don't have the issue at launch. I mean, Season 1 is obviously going to skew the balance a bit because level 25 stigmas are not going to be here. Some of the balance is going to be slightly different, like power creep is going to be different, right? So the balance is going to be a bit different, yeah. And no one's going to be fucking buying PvP gear early on except idiots, so. A good Spirit Master with the same gear cannot win against the Gladiator. It's a bit more complicated than that. Like at the SM Glad matchup is a bit of a, just a fucking RNG fest. It's like, are you landing the taunts versus is the Gladiator landing stuns, right? I would say it's probably slightly in Gladiator's favor though, overall. What's the big DPS class for PvE ranged? All of the DPS classes are pretty within the same ballpark in terms of, I mean, every class bottom line. If you look at RDPS, like everyone's doing about the same in PvE right now. 2 weeks before global, yeah. That's the problem. I'm gonna be too busy. Like I'm already stretched for time right now. I'm not gonna have time to play anything. Most powerful, the most branded class, also the most powerful. What gives? You mean Glad? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say any class in this game is particularly difficult to begin with. Like, I wouldn't say, you know, one is more brain dead than the other. So, some classes are a bit more brain dead. Like, yeah, Gladiator is pretty brain dead right now, but, you know. Endgame competent, are people picky what tank support classes they want in party, or is it kind of first come, first serve? When it comes to just, like, light content, it doesn't fucking matter. Some people will even run without any. It's just a matter of comfort. Can I PvP in this game with my PvE skill setup? I have to make PvP setup. I mean, Ancient, if you're just doing like surface level PvP, just like ZVZ and just doing your dailies and weeklies and stuff like that, you can, yeah. If you want to be like sweaty and do 1v1 arena, so on and so forth, you will need a different setup. But if you're just doing like sieging, ZVZ, just completing your quests, like yeah, you can just go in with your PvE setup. We'll do builds for leveling and so on for level cleric and global. I'm gonna be doing early progression guides. Like when it comes to specific building stuff, I'm not going to make anything that pertains to any class when it comes to a video, because the problem is that the game moves too fast, patches come too fast, right? Classes change too fast, and making a video is just a waste of time. So instead, what I'm starting to set up on my Discord right now is I have resource channels for every class where I'm posting all of the currently up-to-date information, because it's just text to update, right? So you're gonna have like your skill setups with levels and nodes, same with stigmas, with macros, so on and so forth. All of that is on my Discord, and I'm gonna do my best to update it based on the feedback for people and so on and so forth. Like I want to make this a community effort, right? Using PvE. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem with every class though, right? And Seevil, thanks for the prime, appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes. Like that's kind of the problem with every class right now. Like every class is just completely reliant on their bread and butter, and like that's pretty much it. And they just like straight up don't press any other buttons. Yeah, I don't know if this is even gonna fill, dude. I'm just desperate to get a couple of points. I guess bring this back up. Make it 13 and see if people join. Oh yeah, like the resource channels right now, I'm slowly updating them. Like for now, it's pretty much mostly just my own information based on my knowledge. But again, I'm just going to set up a baseline for every class, and then I have a correction channel where if you're a main of this class and you have more knowledge than me, and you want to like correct a mistake I've made, you can just ping me in this channel and I'll have it changed up to try and keep everything up to date and relevant. So yeah, like right now I'm missing, I think, Soak, SM, and Assassin. Like I'll be doing those in the coming days. Yeah, the current Gladiator setup is going to be possible on global, right? Especially since level 25 stigmas on Gladiator are pretty unimpactful. So like, Glad is going to be a class that isn't going to change much between Taiwan and global. At least, you know, right now. Because again, with the class reworks on the 26th, that could change, but yeah. In Cleric for global and PvE and PvP, I can swap builds, or do I need to respec more damage in PvP or something? PvP and PvE, broadly speaking, just spec and gear up differently for every class, right? So that kind of goes for every class, right? You just don't go for the same things in both. Although, to be honest, PvP is mostly relevant in this game. Steamer's on 20 at least, so it will play diff. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be that different, because the bread and butter of just fucking rage burst into overhead spamming in the current stage of the game is basically accessible like at fresh 45. You just need like a card or two to get overhead slam to 16. Well, you don't even need cards technically. Just need like ring soulbinds, I guess. When are you going to post new class tier list? Never. I'm never making another tier list because people just misuse this. They just get to the end of the video, they see the fucking end table, they don't understand anything, they don't listen to anything I have to say, and then they go around and misuse it. So I'm never going to make that ever again. I will make other stuff, right, that explains class strength and weaknesses and so on and so forth, but I'm never making another tier list. The card system pisses me off in this game. It's in an okay state right now because of the crafting stuff. Like, it's alright. I do think the RNG on the leveling aspect is obnoxious for the most part, especially on the chalice and the scale. But it's workable, right? And at least it's a purely farmed thing, right? So It gives you a chase, I guess. Without permanent stance. I mean, yeah. When I mean gameplay change, I mean more so in the sense of like how you're pressing your buttons, right? You're just gonna have less uptime on boss and stuff like that. But in terms of like how you play the class, it's kind of gonna be fairly similar. Can we make a bread tier list? I don't know. Drop that in the suggestion channel. I'll think about it. Switch or build setup. It's everything. Between PvP and PvE, it's going to be the whole gear set, whole genus, how you set up your skills, arcanas, etc, etc. Everything's going to be different. 700. What the fuck? Is that even playable? I mean, he has accessories, I guess. How is he so low with his gear? His genus has to be horrible. His use is only for fucking 47%. How? His parchment isn't even fucking fully leveled up. Nah, you guys can go. You guys can go. There's only 20 minutes left though. Fuck. I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I became a trader. I mean, I'm sorry for just straight up not. I just don't want to make content that loses relevance too fast and that people misuse to spread misinformation. Because like the only thing that I care about is the right information getting in people's hand. And I'm not pretending to have all of the right answers, right? Like I've only been playing this game for 8 months on a laggy server, right? Like it's impossible for me to have perfect knowledge of everything, right? But at least I'm trying. Can I PvP in the Abyss with my friend if you're on different servers? No, you cannot. The Abyss is the one thing that is actually server sensitive. Enough, yeah, exactly. At least ranking classes, though you're paying. I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, yeah. You're free to content farm whatever you want, I guess. Get it, not on my problem, right? Can I see what your characters looks like up close with other people character? I mean, sure. You can just use the closet thing, right? There you go. Would you consider any classes being highly recommended or simply way worse than others? It's a bit tough, right? Because when you're talking about global, again, the dynamic is going to shift a bit compared to the current state of Taiwan. Because again, we're going to be losing some of the stuff we have on Taiwan by default, just because we are going back in levels, we're going back in skills, right? So, but broadly speaking, when it comes to PvE, there's no bad class. It just depends on the archetype you want to play. There's obviously some favorites in the game right now. Like again, Gladiator has been incredibly strong for a very long time. Like in general, for example. Like some classes are a bit better than others at specific things. Like it just depends really. Just bikini? No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't do Guna stuff. Maybe he'll buy one if you donate 50 bucks. I most definitely won't. If you donate 50 bucks, I'm gonna use it to, like, you know, buy food. Those 10 stat points equal to 1%. What, do you mean, these? Like might? If so, then yeah. Best class 5 mess 500 ping. But like 500 FPS, yeah, kinda. How is the cleric in early at solo play? Does it have enough damage? Yeah, that's not much of a problem in this game. Like, it's not Throne where supports legit cannot kill a single trash mob. Like, you're gonna be able to do your shit just fine on the PvE side. Do I just join this? I just fucking joined this. And the room is full. Alright, oh, cool. 12 minutes. I think I need to just fucking nuke the level of this. 750 plus. What's this guy? Nah, bro. Ain't no way. Yeah, I'm just going to nuke the levels, whatever. Just, this on that. And that, I guess. And that. Just 8, sure. Patch notes come out later today. We have the preem stuff, but the actual patch notes will come out in 17 minutes. What server are you going to play on global? We don't even have a server list, so I don't know. Played Cleric for a month doing a Taiwan release and J party content, PvP content. Yeah, the game has changed significantly since. Which classes will miss the 25 stigmas most besides Cleric? A good question. I mean, Cleric is definitely going to be the biggest loser when it comes to losing the level 25 stigmas, because that was the biggest fix in Chapter 1. Hello, Steris. Welcome back. Like, I'm trying to think what other classes have. Because, like, Gladiator doesn't really give a shit. Ranger's going to lose. I think most classes just lose a bit. Lose a bit of juice, but, like, they're not really, like, massively upset about it. I think... Yeah, I mean, yeah, most classes is just a bit of juice. I think Cleric is the only one that is just straight up losing tools by losing level 25 stigmas. Do you react to the new wizard video? I don't react to stuff and I don't watch other content creators. Because I just don't give a shit, quite frankly. Just finished getting to 45 in Templar. I mean, yeah, that's the current catch-up mechanic, right? Like, if you just want to get into the current endgame, you just sub, and with the sub comes the catch-up mechanic, and that just gets you to endgame. I'm going to do a video of reviewing things to do on release. I'll do something of the sort, yeah, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that much closer to release because I'm waiting for more information, both in terms of how they want to change the game on Taiwan and Korea, as well as more information on the settings of the server from NCA. Thanks for the follow, Nagura. Appreciate it. I joined the stream. I hear Cleric loses. Does it ever hands? Well, did they buff Chenner when I was gone? We need more buffs. Chenner is honestly not bad right now. And Nagura, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes. Didn't play AION2 right away. If you buy it, you don't buy it. The game is free. I was actually still no mod. Well, I think at this point it's just a bit that I just have no mods. You know, at the end of the day, I don't really need mods. I can just manage my own chat, at least for now. If it becomes too overbearing, like I'll grab some people, but for now it's okay. I don't need to like burden anyone with you know, the task of thinking about moderating. I'm a support player. I want to change the template. Do you think I will enjoy it? I mean, do you like playing tanks? Do you like playing meaties? That's the thing, right? That's the question right now. Yeah, I'm sure, dude. It's not gonna change anything. Like, genuinely, I don't think. Yeah, I'm keeping it as is. Just wait on 1,000 random plus. I don't think I'm ever gonna get to 1,000, but you know. I'm stunning his content by answering questions. Nah, sorry. Can you maybe show the new back attack wings how to get it? It's not in the game yet. But you get it by doing what I'm trying to do right now, which is ordeal. Unless you will see huge spikes for at least a few days. I don't think I will. Like, I mean, again, I could be wrong, right? But I think I'm just going to stay at the same amount, purely because there's going to be a lot of, like, you know, big MMO tourists that are going to flood the category. And anyone that is just checking out the game will just click on the first stream, right? So they're just going to flock to these people. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm just a random guy, right? When it's actual and helpful. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how they do. At the end of the day, I'm dropping my stuff. I'm not doing anything, no clickbait, no nothing, because I just don't want to play into that. And I just trust people to lend into it if they're actually interested in the game, right? Can happen to big streamers maybe host you? We'll see. Either way, I'm not pressed about it. Whatever happens, happens. At the end of the day, people who still want to play the game after those people leave, they're gonna maybe find me a few months later, right? Stoops might hit you with a host. Actually, Stoops DM'd me like in the middle of the night. I need to come back to him. I don't know what he wanted. I'm pressed about it for you. How do you not demand 9 million views? Yeah, I mean, it's only me left. There's 10 minutes left, bro. Fucking god, dude. There's no way. Time zone diff? Yeah, pretty much. I'll just do 700 plus. Maybe people are scared. Just have a video for that entitled Day 1 Global, yeah. I don't know, man, it's... yeah. Still playing Cleric on Global? No, probably not. Unless they do some sweeping changes to the class, I probably won't. We'll never match. I mean, we have a small window, right? We have a small window of opportunity to make stuff happen, but I mean, you know. At the end of the day, again, I don't really care because I don't really want to collaborate with anyone in particular. Like, as I said, I'm just content doing my own thing on my end. Yes, I will have spent all of my in-game time waiting for a group to fill. I guess that's what I get for trying to do ODL. You guys want to go on a rich MMO podcast then? You could not pay me enough to be talking to these people. Legitimately. I'm just not interested. Not be anyone? Yeah. When I play solo cleric, is it good for solo play? Can I play DPS? Every class is a DPS in this game. Like, yeah, being a solo player in this game is very easy, right? Although, if you want to do solo PvP, Cleric is not the best pick for that. Any easy content? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Will. Not the easy way? Yeah, no. I assume I can channel my way into all content? Yeah, pretty much. Mass siege will be a pain. I mean, mass cheat, the thing is with channel is your bread and butter is range. So like, let's say like for some fucking reason the world boss or the siege boss that you're currently fighting is getting swarmed by both faction. Chanter is the only melee class that can just like stand at 20 meters, use Marcheton's Wrath, and do all of its DPS like that. You know what I mean? Can you debuff the target from range? Use the Dark Force spam? Yeah, Marcheton's Wrath is ranged. That's the thing. And it's not even the only range kill you have. Like, if you run out of Marcheton's Wrath, you can still impactful crush and use the follow-up. And then you can just like NMB in the just NMB to get like a Dark Rush proc and just spam again, right? Until the next time. How do you get a belt after hitting 45 exploration dungeon to seem to drop it? You get a green belt for doing the MSQ. And then you upgrade that belt by doing strongholds. Like you get enhancing paper from doing strongholds. You get the belt to +10, and then you unequip it, and you upgrade to blue through substance morph, and then rinse repeat until orange. 7 minutes left. It's not impossible, chat. If this group fills, it's not impossible. I'm the only group. Like, this dungeon is like, I don't know. At level 8, it probably will take 5 minutes. We would need to go like now. First time playing AION2 today, on a 90 ping, SSN feels bad, any ping friendly classes to try. Cleric is the most ping friendly overall. The ordeal before reset, yeah. I guess I'm cooked. Yeah, good stream, just jumping back and forth on the boat. Very good, very good. I should have just done my fucking Abyss weeklies. Okay. Can we get one more guy right now and then speed on the shit out of this? Okay, okay. Okay. Chat? Hold? There is a chance. But like, hyping is always going to be, you know, less than ideal. But Cleric is the one that is like the least impacted by it. It's still very heavily impacted by it, but it's the least impacted by it. Like 5% on last boss? Probably, yeah, I could see that. How much critical hit do I need in PvP and PvE? It's reliant on the target's crit res, right? So in PvE, it goes up every time there's new content that gets added. And in PvP, it depends on what the crit res of the target is. And it also depends on the season, so on and so forth, like, yeah. I do have a PvE building guide on my YouTube channel that goes over stats and how to build around them. But basically, like, you need 800 crit above the target's crit res to be capped at 80%.
Don't touch those flowers unless you wish to be poisoned.
Oh yeah, right, I have English voice acting now. XD. Forgot about that. Bruh, how do you die on that? As a native, no less. Yeah, this group's DPS is, you know, considering this is level 8, this is not great, but... You know what? I'm going to leave ahead to go open the Kibalisk. How about that? Oh, you can't? Ah, XD. Okay, well, it's about to die anyways. Wow, they thought of everything. Oh, this guy also left ahead of time. Alright. Bro, the boss was at fucking 15%. How is it not dead? They just staggered it. How is this group's DPS so bad? Yeah, 3 minutes. That's definitely not gonna happen. There's no way. I mean, might as well try, but you know. Yeah, there's maintenance in 3 minutes. I was just trying to squeeze this in, but of course. Well, one guy left. Alright, well, never mind. GG's, I tried. Yo, but can I go in the Abyss and finish the one quest I haven't finished in 3 minutes? I can probably do that. I need like 14 kills on the fucking werewolves, guys. Surely. Surely there's not gonna be 50 pilots waiting at spawn. On a crit spec, right? Yeah. Couldn't be me, honestly. I think they're like up here, right? Just take this one and then the next one. 2 minutes, surely. I need to kill 14 though, and these are like... They're pretty spread apart, they're not very condensed, so... I guess we'll see. There should be some here, right? Maybe? Oh my god, bro. I'm getting griefed by rangers. Bro. Bro. I'm getting griefed by bots. Should be okay, right? 1 minute left. Fucking bots, man. God. How can I check how much crit resist a certain mob has? I mean, you just kind of know. Like, there's no in-game thing that tells you, basically. But there's... Yeah, you just kind of know what the season crit cap is, like accuracy and crit caps, right? Like Ludra was like, wasn't Ludra like fucking 1500 or something? Maybe it's a bit higher. Maybe it's a bit higher. I can't remember. Oh yes, and as is tradition, I fight against a gladiator right before the server comes down. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, time to look at the patch notes. It's probably going to be a bit of a nothing patch today, but... Any buffs? Maybe Gladiator, yeah. I don't quite know how that mechanic change is going to be. How are you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. How long is the maintenance? It's like 4 hours, I believe. Today. Is this today? No, this isn't today. I guess it's not up yet. How long is the maintenance? 4 hours. Are you looking forward to making a guide like skill macro for Cleric on global launch? Flip, if you go on my Discord, I have class resource channels that has everything for every class. It's a work in progress, but I'm going to be... basically, I'm not going to be making videos for that because the game changes too fast. It would be a waste of time. I'm just going to keep those channels updated as much as possible. It's up now. Okay. Yeah, that's a small one. They posted it in the wrong category, or did they? XD. Oh, they posted it in news. Lemao. What's your opinion on Sork in PvP and between Glad, Sork, and Archer? Sork is in a pretty decent state right now. TBD on global. Not using bolt on bosses as a DPS loss for Cleric? Yeah. Yeah, interested with fun. I mean, hey, cast form. I got the guide up before you guys went in, right? Let's see. Why does Sork have a book and Chenta have the staff? Because it's Ion, and it was like that in AION2. I didn't know we were going in. That was your first mistake. Alright, so let's see. Base metal rift into... okay, so they're adding recipe to downgrade Abyss time stones and filler stones, which for the filler stone stuff, I don't know why that wasn't in the game to begin with, but at least it's here now. That's good. Because like the problem is that a majority of the gear that you use right now still uses the old stones, right? Let's say like if you're using the gold Bailey crafted accessories and stuff like that, right? But the new dungeons, they don't give you a lot of the old stones, and you can't pit them either. But so at least now you're gonna be able to convert them. Okay, yeah. So they're adding wings to the ordeal shop. We'll have to see what the price is, but at least now we'll have a reason to do it. Because, quite frankly, right now, I just kind of didn't give a shit about ordeal because it's like, okay, you get 3 Bailic mat a week. Cool. I don't really care. God boost, do I want perfect chance? I'm aiming for regen also. Perfect chance isn't something you look for. For PvE, you do go for perfect chance, yeah. For PvE, you just grab whatever soulbind gives you DPS. Pretty much. I do have a building guide. Argaios for PvE. That pertains to every class. Can you drop a link to these patch notes you're reading on chat on YouTube? I don't have the YouTube chat open. If you go on my Discord, the link is always up in AION2 info. Is the game down? Yes, for 4 hours. Alright, so these are the class changes. Let's look at the other stuff before we go into that. Okay, so they're changing Abyss bosses and artifacts to have more HP and way PvP contribution a bit better. I saw it like 10 times. Well, I do say in the video that perfect is priority, right? Revision, fix an issue. Yeah. That's just minor. Like the new dungeons were not counting for the growth missions, which is a bit funny, but I guess they just forgot. We'll be relaxed. Damn. Were people... I mean, what do you mean relaxed? I feel like you had to AFK forever to get kicked. I don't know. Oh, matchmaking, what am I trying? Yeah. That's kind of whatever. The portrait in Abyss at Robstin. Oh, was the Robstin portrait incorrect? I haven't gone back into Mirror Heart this week. Something that most TSM focus on? No, every class goes for it. It's just that for SM particularly, it's really good. Yeah. The destroyed full spawns upon defeating... Oh, that's funny. If the boss, like, destroyed the floor, and you killed it at the same time, was the platform not respawning or something? Or do they mean in the sense of the... in the sense of, like, the outside ring that was getting destroyed? Maybe just states mode? Yeah, that could be. Because, like, yeah, I mean, I can see why they're doing this, because gliding to the platform... at the end, if you died, if the platform had been destroyed, was pretty difficult. It was pretty tight, so... Will you do a guide on best installed soulbind on PvE for each piece? I already did. In the video that you said you watched 10 times. You know what? I'm going to go over this right now. I'm just going to show you because I think you just missed that part. Alright. Yeah. Literally this. Literally this. That's... There you go. That is the biz for every class. That is the order, in order, the biz for soulbinds in every class, right, actually? There you go. That's it. Combat reset, okay. Attack so far rose. You weren't seeing the legacy following Are they nerfing people cheesing the bomb mechanic by killing themselves? Good. Fuck them. Bro, all you have to do is wait for the bomb debuff to be at 2 seconds and then jump. Like, I will never understand why people were just fucking jumping off the platform to just not do the mechanic. Like, I don't get it, bro. AION doesn't want to play the game. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's insane. Okay. Explosion adjustment pattern. I'm guessing if you're trying to block through the bombs, you're still getting stunned, I suppose. Okay, yeah, thank God. That was fucked, because the crosses are supposed to happen specifically during the donut, but sometimes they would happen completely, like, they would not happen during the donut, and then you would think, okay, am I safe now? What's going on? And then bam, they would happen and everyone would die. So, yeah, thank God for that. Okay. Oh yeah. That was also happening where the stay close and the spread mechanic would happen at the same time. Yeah. This fight was like programmed 15 minutes before the game went live. Like, genuinely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happened to me, right? I got bound by the stack, and I just got pushed off the arena without being able to do anything, right? So, you know, again, they just didn't playtest this fight. Yeah. See, fix an issue of the player bound by the charge attack. Would take damage and be pushed back, yeah. Yeah, that was another problem. If you got grabbed by the boss, you would just die, because the game would not let you move, like, forever, and then you would just die to the plus mechanic. Again, bro, they just didn't playtest this fucking fight. I swear to God. Oh really? You could just fucking block the laser? Man, fucking melees, man. Oh, my class is so hard. Oh, I'm a melee. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. You were able to cheese pass the one-shot mechanic and fucking Iskariel for like a month and a half. I don't want to hear about it. In the game. Okay, now let's look at the class changes. Yeah, I mean, good changes, good bug fixes, honestly. At least it didn't take them too long to fix the fucking ATL fight. Because it was pretty fast. It was pretty fucking bad. Alright, Gladiator, yippee! I mean, we did see these on the thing, right? Okay, Ruinous Blow. So, yeah, Ruinous Blow is just a regular skill now, which it makes sense that no one was using the charge, right? So, like, now you can just macro this without it being a pain in the ass, basically. And now it's an AoE. No one was using the charge. Weren't most people just tapping the skill? Regardless of whether it went to max or not? I mean, I guess in most cases, it just went to max by default. Not full charge it? Yeah. It's like Radiant Recovery before the change, right? But I mean, either way, the charge aspect of it was just fucking stupid, right? So it's a good thing that it's gone ultimately. At the end of the day, okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Because of the way the game works, charge skills and channel skills just don't work in this game. Like, sure, some of them are DPS, like DPS positive, but it just doesn't make any sense to design skills this way in this game. Because like, it's either instant or it's a DPS loss, right? And you just use it for the attack buff. Okay, Templars in the chat, they kept buffing punishment. I know most Templars were only just tapping punishment for the buff, and we're not even like fully charging it, right? Do you nowadays? What do you do? Like, do you actually charge it, or do you still just fucking tap it? Because punishment is a stage charge, right? Can't use their charge skill in PvP. Yeah. The hint to NC to remove charge gimmick. Yeah, the charge gimmicks are just, yeah. It just makes things awkward, I guess, to use nowadays. Templar's DPS loss on charge punishment. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't work in a game where your bread and butter that has no cooldown is the strongest thing that you can press. But yeah, anyways, so more stagger damage, that's fine, kind of whatever. 30 increase in skill critical hit chance, so that's yeah, just critical hit chance on the skill, I guess. Okay, it just makes Runer's Blow feel less like garbage, I guess. And then this is, I mean, this is overhead slam and upward strike, right? So, okay. Does this mean that the skill is going to hit twice, like it's going to do 2 instances of damage? Unplayed and change the running blow to that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to feel about this. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely think they just need to get rid of upward strike, right? Because I think that's what is making the skill just not work. Because every class, pretty much every class's spammable skill is just by its known self, right? So it works with weaving and everything. I think upward strike is the thing fucking up overhead slam in terms of like the current problems with the animation, right? Upwards feels fine. Isn't the problem with upwards the that it makes it awkward to weave? Has a long animation, yeah. So honestly, I think they should just like remove this. Just remove upward strike, right? But, you know, I guess we'll see how this feels. Yeah, I just don't understand why Gladiator has a skill chain on overhead. When every other class doesn't have a skill chain on their proc skill, right? To me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, just make the node on overhead just have the attack hit twice, like Judgment Thunder and Pummel, right? So it doubles the damage, and then just remove upward stroke, right? But, you know. My Guardian, that's Channel, right? Concentrated defense, HP, concentrated defense. Is that's the block, right? So they're reducing the amount healed by the block, I guess. Onseong, that's Brawler. Assassin Try, Groggy Gauge, increased. Okay, that's... okay, that's... Wow. Cool change, dude. You can't fucking stagger any boss in the game, but okay. Cool. Alright. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Piercing Strike. I guess Dark Rush has Piercing Strike. Yeah. I guess so. I guess it's a bit different because Channer's is ranged, right? It doesn't feel quite the same, but yeah, I guess Channer also has that. Yeah, Channer's animation is also incredibly fast, and they've only been making it faster. Like, bro, Dark Rush is insane right now in terms of like a low ping Channer. The spam speed of Dark Rush is ridiculous. It's crazy. But yeah, no, I mean, maybe speeding up Upward Strike is going to, you know, help it. Who knows, but I still think it's awkward to have it set up this way. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, the class changes are coming on the 26th, right? I'm just hoping we're going to move away from the spam window shit, right? That's my hope. I hope if there's one thing that they change, it's the spam windows. Because that's what is dumbing down the game the most out of everything. It's the spam windows, right? So I guess we'll see. I guess that's the patch, right? I guess that's it. I mean, that's a bit of a short stream. I think we can do better than that. What do we think, chat? Does Glad still have other charging skills? No. Renus was the only one, right? And now it's gone. Sorry, I just got back. Welcome back. Any assassin changes? Nope, nothing. The only class that really changes is Glad. They just removed the charge from Runner's Blow, and they changed something with Overhead Slam and Upward Strike, but it's going to be hard to know how impactful it is until we actually get in game. Yeah, and those changes are fucking nothing changes. But then again, next week is going to be the big one, right? So, but it does, yeah, exactly. I'm just going to assume that overall this is going to be a DPS increase for Glad, which, you know, but again, everything is changing next week, so yeah. Is AION2 worth playing just with the sub? I've only been playing with the sub, and I will say yes. In fact, I would say it's only worth playing with the sub. I would say playing free-to-play is a waste of your time, unless you're mega casual, like a mega casual. And I would say swiping is genuinely just a bad idea. Because it only makes you skip the fun part of the game, and it doesn't get you to do more with the game. And thanks for the fake rules. Patches up. Alright, what's happening next week? Class revamps. Not every class, but most classes are getting changed basically in how they work. Is AION2 worth playing if I only have 10,000 euros per month? I don't know, man. I think that's a little short. And oh my god, Fox Swoosh. Holy shit, that's hard to say. Thanks for the prime, appreciate it. Next game then? Yeah, it's okay. Have you looked into Genshin Impact? Yo, I should get a Genshin Impact sponsorship. I've never played that game, by the way. I've been casual, main work 9 to 5, my free time goes to grinding and MMOs. I mean, Bat Stinson, long story short, if you play the game with the sub, and you play the game around 2-3 hours a day, you're gonna be able to do all of the content on day one, all of the hardest content on day one, without having too much trouble keeping up. And you're also gonna be able to progress in PvP if you give a shit about that. If you're broke, just say so. Yeah, exactly. I think you need to upgrade, bro. 10k Monopoly money, that's all I have. I mean, isn't all currency just Monopoly money these days? Brother. I'm gonna be honest, the fucking state of the economy just feels like everything is Monopoly money, dude. Everything is just fucking made up, right? People just put price tags on shit and they say, yeah, that's the price. I don't know, bro. Yeah. Now we're getting philosophical. I mean, am I wrong, Akiran? Akiran, I'm gonna be okay, there's one thing that you guys need to know, right? I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I have Pokemon cards, right? And recently I've been getting into it again because I've been selling some of my old collection to be, to pay bills. And it's oh, here's this piece of cardboard that I bought for $2 15 years ago. And now it's fucking worth 600 for some reason. It's all fucking Monopoly money, dude. It's all fake. It's so fucking stupid. To take 2 days off, maintenance is I'm a skiller for streaming. I mean, I do take Tuesdays off. Like, I just stream the patch notes. Okay, basically the logic is I make the patch note video, but people wanted to also get my opinion on the note on patches, on patch notes and stuff like that, right? And this is basically what this is. Like, I just go over the notes alongside chat. I give my thoughts on everything, and then the VOD is available for people who either want to see the notes earlier or people who want my opinion on stuff, right? Like, that's the entire point of this specific stream. 7-8 for a pack, can you imagine? Yeah, exactly, Steeris. Bro, Steeris, you know what's fucked? I was importing booster boxes from Japan for 25 bucks a booster box back in 2015, right? And now it's a fucking 150 bucks for a booster box. Like, what is this? Oh, we live in a society. Money just picks up on string, yeah, for the most part. But I've been enjoying a lot of content recently on Ion. At Stinson, I do VGC, but I do VGC when new games come out. Like, I mean, you guys are going to see, like, whenever the new Pokemon game comes out, I'm gonna be playing it on stream. I'm a fucking degenerate on those games. I legit play those for hundreds of hours. I just make competitive teams that I just make some bullshit up, and then I terrorize the fucking ladder until I reach like top 10 in the world, and then I just drop it. That's just how I play these games, right? Make a cope bingo for next week's changes. I probably should be doing that, actually. I mean, there's going to be a dev live, right? So Japanese cards don't have a good resale value because they're basically not limited. I mean, Thrice, you say that, but out of all of the vintage stuff that I have right now, the Japanese ones are the ones that are actually worth the most right now. Because Japanese still does first edition. And how did we get to this point in the discussion? Is anyone even left on the stream? We're talking about Pokemon cards, dude. But yeah, anyways. You would be surprised at the value of Japanese cards. Like, for example, I don't know why I'm even going into this, bro. Thanks for the follow, God Ginge. Like, I opened a lot of stuff in 2015, right? And I have some promos that were literally worth $2 back then that right now loose are worth $3.50, and if I get them graded, they would be worth like 2,000 because they're like mint, right? And they're Japanese, whereas the French ones, like the same card, is worth less, and the English one is the same, right? So you saw Nemo, the competitor. I haven't really looked into it, Steeris. I mean, at the end of the day, I like Pokemon because I've been playing it since I'm a kid, right? So pay the first edition price, not the card price. Promo card for a movie, yeah. It's for 600 now. Yeah, I have this one. You mean the Ancient Mew, right? Thrice. Yeah, I have this one in a binder actually. What Pokemon game you're going to play when it comes out? Winds and Waves. I'll be playing that when it comes out. But like, long story short, it's all Monopoly money, dude. It's, yeah. I lost it as a child. Unfortunate. I was like lucid enough back when I was younger to be keeping everything in binders and in top loaders. So the stuff I have right now is like mint. Thankfully. I mean, I'm actually, because I just recently, like, I recently got back into it again just to sell some stuff to pay bills, right? But I also realized that some of the stuff I had was actually worth like a decent amount, and so I'm probably going to get some of them graded. Not even to sell them, just because I just care about them, and you know, I might as well. I lost all cards when I change home. That's unfortunate. I feel like that's more common though, because honestly, I've moved a decent amount of time. I've moved countries a decent amount of time, whether for work or for other reasons, right? The amount of time the movers have stolen stuff from me is quite unbelievable, to be honest. And I feel like a lot of the time when you lose something while moving, it's because the movers are just straight up stealing your shit. And I know for a fact that a lot of the stuff that I lost was stolen. And I would say, especially nowadays, like let's say if you have a card collection, like Pokemon or otherwise, I think you need to move that shit yourself. Like you can't put it, you can't like rely on movers to not steal that shit because it's incredibly easy to move and it's a lot of value in a very small package. Like you could have a binder of cards you had as a kid and that shit has like 20k in it. And it's just a binder. It's like a book, right? It's really easy to steal. If someone would give me 600 for a piece of cardboard, I would hand over how much I like the card. I mean, I guess it depends, Thrice. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't want to get into details, right? But like, I have already sold off some stuff, but again, I'm just a Pokemon fan, right? And I didn't open stuff to make money to begin with. I opened stuff like I opened the set, like specifically the set I opened back then was Bending Rings, right? Bending Rings and Emerald Break, I think it was called in Japan. And I opened these because I actually liked the Pokemon inside of them, right? Like that's it. I just wanted a fucking card to like that's it. I don't know, man. It's really not that deep, pretty much. Pretty unsafe having to move the safe. Yeah, I mean even that. Tips the sets, the amount of money he got, and obviously this lucky is insane. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're just in it purely for the speculation, I know people that also do that stuff, right? Pokemon Legion, brother, you have no idea. Write me for 40 euros, sorry for 90, same day, yeah. Going to be there for the next 10 years? Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, for me, it's about the franchise, it's about the memories, it's about all of that. Now, I do have some bulk stuff and some cards I care less about because obviously I open stuff myself, right? So I don't have problem either trading or selling some of it in a pinch. And at the end of the day, it's nice. It's nice to have some to have stuff like that sit in sit somewhere in case something bad happens to you, which is pretty much what happened to me, right? Like the last few months for me have been they've been crazy. Like I'm gonna be honest, like most of you guys are new to the chat, so some of the stuff you don't know about, some of the stuff I'm not going to talk about. But the last few months have been insane, both in terms of like how much time I've been putting into the content creation stuff as well as real life stuff. And yeah, like it's definitely a comfort to feel like you can fall back on this, right? So it's a bit of a double whammy in the sense that at least you collect it because you like it, but also you can fall back on it if the going gets tough, right? Do you think there will be transfer crafting in Season 1 Global? I fucking hope so, Fox. I really hope so. And that's part of the stuff I hope NCA will cover before the release, right? Zapdos, best Pokemon? I like Zapdos, yeah. I think I prefer Galarian Zapdos, though. I really like Galarian Zapdos design. Although it's not my favorite, personally, but, you know. 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Just some god cards, I'm gonna stand in my bedroom. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a bit different, though, because Konami is such a bunch of greedy cunts that they just reprint everything, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, like, no value. Which, it kind of sucks, right? Because I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. Like, I was actually doing tournament and stuff, so a lot of the cards I have, especially the older ones, are Yu-Gi-Oh! So they basically have very little value. Some of them do, but most of them don't, because again, Konami just fucking reprints to the living hell, right? That's the point? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't disagree. 100%. Like, a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff I have, I'm also going to keep just purely from a sentimental like standpoint, right? So, yeah. But again, you know, the games you make on YouTube are the best. There's no others. I hope they will repay all the hours. Big up. Well, I try, Fox. I try. I mean, that's why I'm here, right? At the end of the day, I'm not a content creator. I'm not a guide maker. I'm just passionate about AION. And I just want other people to be able to learn about the game and to enjoy the game. And this is why I'm here, right? Because, yeah, the fucking status of content creation in the West for this game is mostly tragic. So I'm just doing my due diligence, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. And thanks for the follow, Lauren. Don't like if you're, it doesn't matter. Yeah. For sure. But like the only thing, as I said, is I'm mostly just trading for like just to get cards from Pokemon that I do like. Because like if I'm gonna be if I'm gonna be keeping a collection, I might be doing this, right? So that's mostly what I'm doing right now. But yeah, anyways, chat. I think, I mean, again, I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. I can go for a bit more, right? So, because I do have some work to do, but we can hang out a bit, so. I guess, I mean, I guess I don't like to react to stuff, right? But if you guys play another game, I don't really have other games I'm playing these days because I just don't have the time to be playing other games. That's just the honest to God truth. And when it comes to playing right now, I would rather be working on stuff rather than you know, withering waves. Nah, bro, I'm good. Like, yeah, at least until global releases and things stabilize a bit more in terms of content and in terms of how the game is moving and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm probably just going to be locked in when it comes to playing AION2 and making content for the game, right? Video editing stream. I don't have anything to edit right now. I'm just working on the. I'm just doing the. I mean, I can show you actually. Hold on. Like on this, right? Like, I'm just doing these right now. I'm just doing these, and I'm doing work on the season 1 dungeon guys, right? So yeah, that's pretty much been my week, and that's probably gonna be the coming two to 3 weeks at least for me. Right now, I'm working on the Horn Den guide. That's gonna be coming. That's gonna be coming out this week. Like, I'm probably going to be releasing 2 dungeon guides for season 1 this week. I play Lord of the Fallen right now. It's so good. I've seen some people play that. Yeah. Cool starting soon as well. We'll have a lot of games to be jumping in between. Other classes section 9 post 26. I mean, I'll be updating stuff slowly, and at the end of the day, I just want it to be a community thing. Like, as I said, if you want to help me with this, because at the end of the day, as I said, I'm not omniscient, right? I don't know absolutely everything out of everything, especially when it comes to specific class niches, because I don't play everything yet, right? I play a bit of everything. I have a good understanding of everything, but maybe on the details, I'm going to be a bit more blurry, right? Which is why I have the correction channel, right? So if you want to help me, out, if you main a class that I don't main and you have knowledge about the class, you can go on the Discord and you can go into resource correction. And if you see something that is wrong, like let's say you're going on channel and you're like, oh, maybe this is a bit incorrect, right? You can just go in the channel, ping me and be like, this should be like this for this reason. Here's the proof, and then I'll just update it and credit you. Like, that's the goal of this. The baseline is going to be me, and I'm going to be the one in charge of updating it. But if you want to help out and correct incorrect stuff, you can do so by posting it in resource corrections, right? Because, as I said, I can't make guides for every class. It's just not feasible in this game because classes change every 2 weeks. And if I'm going to be making class guides, I'm not going to have time to make anything else, right? So, yeah. Having just Discord channels for that is just, you know. Sorry if you answered this 10 times with how we're feeling about class pick for launch on as a Cleric main. I mean, Cleric is solid. Like, the thing is, it just depends on... It also depends on the archetype you like, right? I do think the Cleric stonks are going to fall a bit on global because we're going to lose Predation, we're going to lose the self-res, we're going to lose Smite on LOP. So Cleric is going to be worse by itself, and it's also going to go back to second-rate support compared to Channer for most content, right? Doesn't mean the class is going to be fucking useless. It just means that stonks are going to go down. But you're still going to be useful for Sanctuary progging, to rest people, to have more healing, so on and so forth, right? So, yeah. I'm looking for good guides on the template. It's very difficult. I have to go and look for all the videos in Korean. Very difficult to find. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Fox... Like, I mean, template is one of the resources I actually updated today. Like, the resource I'm posting right now, I'm going to be posting more, but basically it's just your baseline PvE setup, which skills to get to what level, with which nodes, right? With some baseline recommendations on priorities and so on and so forth. Same with the stigmas, and the macro setup, right? and some baseline guidelines. This is basically what I have for every class right now. 10,000 life each every second. Yeah, and also early on, people will not have as much willpower. So in Season 1, you might be able to run Root somewhat efficiently. Like Root 20 in Season 1 should be actually fairly decent in solo PvP. Hello, Civilian. Would you be interested in adding some Korean streamers for people to watch? Yeah, I can. I mean, again, you can go in both the suggestion channel as well as resource corrections, and like this is going to be a community effort, right? I'm going to do my best to put baseline stuff for every class to just give guidelines, but then after that, it's going to be as much as in my hands as it's going to be into yours, right? I only watch female Korean streamers anyways, brother. You don't have to self-report. Like, you do know this is a public forum. You don't have to press enter. Fair with yours? Okay. Sounds good. They need to know. Okay, that's fair. This is public? No, you're good. Don't try to shame my man for gooning. I'm not shaming anyone. Name 5, bro. A girl around 830k template, I watch them often. Honestly, I'm not watching anything. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't have time. Thank you so much for the skill guides. I was wondering specifically about template. Quick question. I'm trying out your template skill guides and was wondering, do we keep using the macro button normal rotation even when bosses are fully staggered? Yes. 46 only level high enough, you have to see the real rotation. I mean, it's kind of the... it's just how it is, right? Basically, you never use your stagger skills because they all suck ass on every class, right? So you're just doing your bread and butter rotation on every class, so... even if the boss is staggered, you're just doing this shit, right? Like, that's it. That's pretty much it. This is first because this is a defense thread, so it buffs the group, right? It's the same thing. This is a tolerance thread for the entire group, so you want to keep this up. This is your bread and butter. This is your backup if judgment is unavailable, right? This is used to maintain the buff. Same with this. Use on cooldown, right? And like this is your burst window opener, so also use that on cooldown. And PV dungeons anyways, yeah. They know the other classes then use the stagger skills. Broadly speaking, they just need to rework the stagger stuff on every class. Like both the stagger damage skill, like the first stigma, you know, the one that does 50 stagger damage, right? And as well as the skill that becomes available when the boss is staggered. They just need to rework these. And thanks for the follow, Tyler. Because it's useless on every class, across the board pretty much. There's no saving grace. Is it harder to play melee than range? Melee classes enough mobility to stay on the boss? Nah, it's not harder to play melee, because melees have infinite gap closes, so you're not really fighting too hard for uptime. And melees can cheese past ground areas with their manual blocks. So yeah, both have pros and cons basically, but you're not particularly inconvenienced as a melee. Like the main problem with melee is if your group has too many melees, like let's say out of 5 people you have 4 melees, then body blocking starts to become an issue. Like some mechanics can become an issue, right? But broadly speaking, now melees are pretty simple. And thanks for no matter. Too much, yeah. I mean, Honden is a dog shit dungeon to be fair. So, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, no, every class is completely fine. Is Chanter always wanted, or should I just go Cleric? Chanter is overall a solid pick, yeah. Although if you want to play a support class, Cleric is better for that. At least in the later, I mean, it's, you know, depends on game state, it depends on the content, right? But yeah, long story short, Chanter is solid, but when it comes to solo healing fights, some fights are going to be a bit hard if you don't have a cleric with you. But then again, ideally you just carry both a cleric and a chair anyway, so. In global, there will be ranges full of servers full of rangers. Yeah, that's going to be every server. Every server is going to be full of gladiators and rangers. That's it. I was talking about bots. Oh, bots don't play ranger. Bots play SM. Mainly SM. I've seen a decent amount of gladiator bots to spark up because of this, like, yeah. Like Gladiator, Templar, SM are the three I'm seeing the most as a bot. I have a solution, guys. We need to gatekeep rangers. I don't think we need to be doing any of that. Also, chat, by the way, again, I'm going to be streaming for a bit more. I mean, we can just chat, right? But if you guys want me to react to something, as long as it's not slop, I don't mind doing a quick react right now. If you send me slop, though, I'm going to time you out. So be careful. React to this. Right. Why would people play Gladiator on DPS, not tanks? So they benchmark have bad DPS, don't they? Gladiator is the best class in the game. Anyone saying otherwise is just fucking stupid. Define slop. Risky post of the day, terrorist. Post a video and you're about to find out. There's only slop in AION2 YouTube feed. It doesn't have to be AION2. Can't think of any slop right now. You want to know what video I was watching before the stream, chat? Hold on. This guy. And I just need to go to my history. Yeah, it was this one, right? Yeah, this one's really cool. Yeah, this video, chat. It's a guy, it's a rich, famous guy that bought a binder, like a semi-completed binder of like an Umbreon master set from like a fucking father, a fucking family guy that had to sell it to pay bills, right? And he was like, you know what? I'm going to complete the binder and then return it to him. And the video is great. Watch that video, chat. You know what? Actually, I'm going to post it in chat and I'm going to post it. And you guys go watch it after the stream, alright? Because it's actually a good video. How about that? I'm the one making recommendations now. Can you explain why I really want to play Gladiator PvE, but people, it's so bad because of lack of DPS? Who? Okay, Mana Trank, before I answer you, who is those people you're talking about? Say names, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't listen to them. Gladiator is insane. Gladiator's ADPS is insane. Gladiator's RDPS is insane. Gladiator in solo PvP is insane. Just, there's no downtime. 1 hour and 7 minutes, I ain't watching all that. Brother, drop the fucking TikTok brain for a second and just watch it. Alright? Yeah, Gladiator is really good. And thanks for the follow, Vaki. Expected the lizard video. Oh, I do watch these too, but, you know. Video is this. If you can understand the Google translation, explain stats. What is this? What's the best class for mass PvP in your opinion? The mass PvP? Cleric is great as a supporter, can also do range DPS. If you just want to have fun in mass PvP though, I would say Ranger and Soak are up there in terms of having fun in mass PvP. Let's see. Well, that's actually a niche video. Let's see. Is there no auto captioning? Yeah, there's no auto captioning. Like, is there automatic dubbing on this? Because I don't see the option. We react streaming now? I mean, I'm just done with the stream, so, and hello, Anchovy. Chrome had the translate for me? Yeah, it doesn't have it for me. There's no option here. Alright, what's that, Akiran? Oh, that's Tanker King. Yo, I love Tanker King. We like Tanker King here. Sorcerer Ranger has more potential to shine in high-end gear. For ZVZ specifically, yeah, it's really good. Because melee classes get cucked a little bit in ZVZ, right? So Gladiator is not as good, right? So it has to be a range class, and these two are the best one, because SM does good as well. It's just that SM is more of a setup class, which you're basically just going to be spamming NMB RMB in ZVZ instead of doing like pet rotation and stuff. I mean, I guess it's kind of similar, but I would say Ranger and Sork are still probably better for ZVZ specifically. I have a new question. How do you block on Templar? Every melee class have a manual block question. Like, again, if you go in my Templar resource on my Discord, it's this button. This is the manual block right there. So you just press that when you need to refresh Fury to force block. Let's see. Let's see what Tanker King has to say.
Hello. Today I'd like to talk about the quality of life improvements and bugs needed for AION2. First quality of life improvement. When we engage in PvP or run instances, we often click on the
Also, is this loud enough for you guys? Like, let me know if the audio balance is fine.
opponent's class. I really wish they would add some color so we can identify them at a glance.
Yeah, I 100% agree with this, by the way. It is fucking insane to me how they added color to the class icons in the group window, but nowhere else. Why? AION1 had that. Like, let me just pull up my channel right now, so you guys see what I mean. It doesn't make any sense how AION1 had that, but AION2 doesn't. Hello, is the melee combat comparable to Terra? I didn't play Terra. Louder, perfect. You guys are gonna have to agree. You can ask on my Discord if no one has played Terra in chat, but yeah. Alright. Like you see, in AION1, you could see the class icon and color in the selected target, right? In AION2, for some reason, it's white. I mean, before he goes on, the thing is, there's that problem, number one. Number two, we can't dissociate the main target with the sub-target, right? And number three, you can't expand the buffs and debuffs on the target to see all of them, which is crazy to me. Like, if you have a target that has too many buffs and debuffs, you're just missing essential buffs and debuffs from it. Like, honestly, they need to change all of that. They said they would change the debuff part. Yeah, but why is it taking so long? They should have been baseline, right?
Like in AION, it would be great if they color-coded the classes.
Yeah.
Green for Rangers and Assassins. Blue for Templars
He's just bringing up the AION1 icons. Well, there you go.
and Gladiators. White for Clerics and Enchanters, and purple for Spirit Masters and Sorcerers, so we can recognize them instantly. Second, the ability to lock the chat window. During raid times or when recruiting for alliances or parties, the chat moves very quickly.
Yep.
At those times, if you scroll up to read, the moment someone sends a message, it jumps
keeps
back to
scrolling
the very bottom.
Yeah, it's fucking
So there's
annoying.
the inconvenience of having to keep scrolling back up and clicking. As soon as anyone sends a message here, it drops back down, like this.
Yep.
I feel like this was a feature even in old games back in the day, so it's hard to believe.
Yeah, dude, even again in AION1, the chat in AION1 was so much better. Like, how is the chat so bad in this game?
AION2 doesn't have it.
Yeah, dude, Akiran. You want to know what's even more annoying about the comment log? You play Gladiator, so maybe you don't have this problem. On Cleric, when you have Light of Regeneration running, because it keeps ticking, right? It keeps ticking by itself. It just keeps going down on the fucking... Oh my god, bro. It's so fucking annoying.
Third, party recruitment
Nah, I have my e-girl. Alright.
posts. For example, I post a recruitment notice. Normally, if you write it and press it again, it should register as a party recruitment. But it does this instead. Party recruitment. So I have to rewrite the recruitment post and enter the details. Again. I have to start from scratch, and it doesn't even allow copying. The developers really need to patch this as soon as possible. writing the recruitment post over and over again. This system really makes no sense.
Yeah, it sucks
It's
ass.
hard to believe.
The entire chat window sucks ass in this game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's bearable because it's not something that, you know, you can work around it, you know, but at the end of the day, why is the QL in the chat window worse than AION1, you know? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I believe this is a game in 2026, Sex.
Yeah, guys, this is Tanker King. This guy has been playing AION1 since the release, and he's being an AION gamer, right? Wasn't until, yeah. Like Tanker King is a good guy. He's decently good at the game. He understands both games, right? Like, he has pretty sound takes usually about the game. So yeah, because one of the problems with the Korean content creators is a lot of them are completely disconnected from reality, right? Especially when it comes to the swiping stuff and content, right? But Tanker King, he's a man of the people. Link his channel? Sure. I can link it. And yeah, he plays Gladiator and Templar. There you go. Good link to his channel, right? Okay. Yeah.
Also, there is no shortcut key to reply to whispers.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. Bro, in AION1 you could press Control R to just fucking enter people. Why is this not a thing? I feel like it's a thing in every game. Did you watch the Wizards video? I don't give a shit about English content creators. Nothing against Wizard or anyone. I just don't give a shit.
When I get a whisper, I have to type the name and press enter every.
I just don't give a shit because I know for a fact none of these people actually play the game. And even if they play on Taiwan, none of them even remotely play to an endgame level. Which is why I just don't care.
Every single time to reply. In AION or other games, you can usually press a shortcut key to reply instantly. Please patch this quickly as well. Fourth, increasing consumable slots.
By the way, I gotta say, this automatic dubbing is actually pretty good. I don't know if he talks slowly, so it allows it to like actually cook, but it's so much better than how it was when I checked it like a few months ago. Yeah.
The developers said they were aware of this before.
Also, the thing that's pretty impressive is that it actually copies his Korean voice pretty well.
But they really need to increase the number of slots soon. No, there are too few. Only 4 slots at most.
100%.
Fifth, when we
I've been saying this, they need to increase both the consumable slot amount and the regular bar amount. Just allow us to cover the screen bars if we want to. No reason not to do that. None whatsoever.
We get hit with a skill called Sigil Strike. Often it gets stacked to level 5.
Oh, he's going to say, okay, the assassin runes, they stack up to level 5, right? And if you dispel yourself, it counts each individual rune as a debuff. So if you pot, it only removes 2 runes, and then it skips the other debuffs. If you cleanse as a cleric, it removes the rune, not the debuffs. In AION1, the way it worked is the runes were just uninteractable, undispellable debuffs. So this way, you just skip them when you were healing yourself. That's stack to 5, yeah.
If you use a potion,
it's the random ass back attack thing, right?
it becomes level 3.
Yeah.
Ideally, like in AION, even if a sigil is applied, it shouldn't be affected by a standard potion. Normally, using a potion should remove the last 2 debuffs. Please check on this as well.
Yep.
6, making it easier to identify transformations for small generals at a glance. If you look at the commander or supreme commander, they're huge and easy to spot. But for transformations like general or great general, you can't even tell what they are.
Yeah.
Other transformations.
Yeah, you're basically just relying on seeing the transformation cape to even realize that they're X-formed, and then you don't know which one is it unless you look at the person's rank, right? Whereas in AION1, you could actually tell immediately, because both because the X-forms had much bigger size differences, number one, and number two, because you could see the level of the X-form on the skill icon, and it was color-coded, right?
Since some people wear the small divine general look, I think they should patch it so we can tell at a glance, like putting a mark in front of the enemy name when clicked, pinning it there, or having it flash so we can tell at a glance if they are a small.
I mean, they should just have the X-Form icon be brighter, number one, instead of the stupid fucking dull seed. Be pinned at the top of the buff list and just have a number on it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just immediately know, right?
Small Divine General or not. Seventh, I wish.
Because like in AION2, the X-Form skill was like bright gold. It was really easy to say, and then there was a colored number on it.
We could buy 1 or 2 unique or heroic enchantment stones per week with Abyss points. With drops like these medals, people can't finish their enchantment sets. It's hard enough to get 1 or 2 a day, so unless you're buying them, I wish they would sell 1 or 2 for Abyss points. Eighth.
Okay, what is he saying here?
Per week with Abyss points.
Potential
With drops
stones.
like
Yeah,
these
yeah,
medals,
yeah,
people
yeah.
can't finish their enchantment sets. It's hard enough.
The entire potential system in the Abyss gotta go. Like, they have to completely fix it, because making it a farm, just a drop rate on the Abyss monsters, it just makes it a bot and pilot ordeal. It's just flawed, right? They need to change it to be a repeatable quest. If they want us to grind in the Abyss for it, they need to make it a quest so you have a finite amount of mobs that you farm to get potential. And they need to give other sources as well. Because right now it's fucking stupid, especially if you're potentialing up orange gear, right? Yeah, exactly, Akaran. Like, that would be better, because just the raw grind in the Abyss is archaic. It's only found by bots and pilots. That's it. No actual player. If you look at anyone that has max potential on double orange weapons right now, they haven't farmed this shit themselves. I can guarantee you as much.
To get 1 or 2 a day.
No, they don't need to get rid of PvP gear. Like, having PvP gear be a thing for open world content is fine, although they need to make the instance content equalized. All of the arena content should be equalized. And if they really want to have an arena setting that is not equalized for people who just want to like show their big dick, they can just have regular discipline and co-op be equalized, and then have Arena of Glory be the ranking based one that gives you nothing, that is just purely rank based and not equalized, right? But they need to have arena modes that are equalized for everything as a baseline. Did you go over the patch notes? I missed it. Yes, I did. It was really small though. There's not much changing. The one with the equalized ones. Just have the equalized ones actually give you rewards, because the meaning for equalized PvP content is to give PvP rewards to people to put a foot in the door into PvP, right? Like giving you medals, AP, Asphalt Board, potential, PvP mana stones. You give all of these as rewards for equalized, right? And then the non-equalized ones, you make the rankings on these for the cosmetics, right? Like that's how you should be building this. All arena equalized right now, only battlegrounds. Yes, next week is the big change for the classes. Although it's not going to be all classes, it's going to be some of them, but yeah.
So unless you're buying them, I wish they would sell.
Are they Gunnar cosmetic? Nah.
1 or 2 for Abyss points. Eighth, for the exchange, they have a per unit purchase system, but some people list 10,000 items.
Yes, oh my fucking god, dude. Oh, please. Again, that's a thing we had in AION2, bro. Like, how is it that complicated? Like, how are we not able to buy partial in the auction house in the big 2026? We had that in AION2. You know, like, because everyone, all of these stupid ass bots, they put 20,000 bulks of Radiant Odell. No one's going to buy that shit, bro. Let me buy 20 out of that. There'll be updates to it. Sure. Why is this not baseline? This is baseline QL. You know what I mean?
At once for things like materials or ether. I wish they'd add a system where if I list 1,000 items, people can just buy them individually.
Yep.
9.
And AION2 was even better in the sense that when you put bulk in the auction house, you had the option as the lister to give the ability for people to buy partial or not. So even if you don't want to sell partial, you could do that. there's no downside, right?
There's an eastern and western camp in the Abyss mid-layer, but tree branches only exist in front of the eastern camp. So they keep causing people flying in from there to fall to their deaths by hitting them.
And you know what's funny? It used to be even worse because this camp is fucked. This camp used to have big stone rings around it that just cut your wings when you glided from the beginning. And then you also had the branches. I don't know, man. They removed the stone slabs, but the branches are still here, so just need to enable it. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully they eventually will add it. It doesn't make any sense for it not to exist.
Or they can hit people using the wind stream and kill them.
Yeah.
I think they need to send a party up there to move the tree or cut the branches.
Yeah, dude, they need to send the fucking trimmers, bro. Just put some fucking copper nails into the fucking trunk. Get rid of it.
And finally, the 10th point. There's a bug where you can use skills. There's currently a bug where you can use skills in midair, and many people are abusing it. Usually when you fall, all your skills go on cooldown. But if you use a mount, fall, and then dismount, the skills still go off.
The reason why this is the thing is because you can use your skill if you're falling, if you're not in free fall animation. And free fall animation is when your character is diving to fall faster. You only enter that animation when you're just jumping raw. If you jump off with a mount, the mount only has the default falling. There's no free fall. You fall slower, but you are able to press attacks, right? It's not a bug. It's a feature. XD. But I mean, broadly speaking, I think the free fall, the inability to use skills when free falling, or shouldn't be a thing. Like, to me, the problem is the opposite. I think you should be able to use skills when falling regardless. But, you know, it's just because in AION1 it was like that, and I personally prefer it.
Let me show you. Assuming there's an enemy in front, you ride a mount, follow them, fall, and dismount to use your skills.
Yep.
Some people keep using skills like this. I won't name names, but I'm sure it's happening on every server.
Using people with root and CC mid air is also weird, just lead to red gameplay. I think it's just part of PvP though. Like, I think, look, at the end of the day, one thing that was really enjoyable in AION1 was being able to use your environment. You know what I mean? So being able to juke people and then root or stun them to have them fall to their death, right? It's part of the game. It's part of PvP. So, I don't know.
If I show you again, normal. When you jump, skills are disabled, so they purposely...
If people only do that, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Mount up, jump, and dismount mid-air to fire off skills. They just keep knocking people to their deaths in mid-air. There are people who do this all day long. And I think this bug is extremely serious.
Okay, I see the point specifically because of the jump pads. Yeah. The problem here are the jump pads, right?
There are players who only try to
because of the side islands in Central Abyss.
Kill people by falling, so I really hope they patch this soon. So far, I've covered 10 convenience features and bugs, so please leave plenty of comments if there are other features or improvements.
I mean, overall, yeah, I agree with everything you said. I would say there are bigger problems with the game, but yeah, no, this is a good list, right? Overall. Yeah, these should be pretty easy to fix, yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, chat, do we have any other video to look at? This is your time. I never do React content. I'm just doing it right now because the stream is a bit short, right? So... yeah, I mean, to be fair, these videos from the Korean side are great because the devs actually act on these. And I'm probably going to be making more of these types of videos once Global comes out and they give a shit about what global players have to say. Right now, I'm not really making those videos. I'm probably going to be making those videos a bit more when Global comes out, though. You should bully AION2 players? Yes. What is this? Again, you can link anything, chat, just don't link slop. Let's watch some AION montages. Yeah, I don't think we need to
As a user who has been playing PvP for 8 months since the launch of AION2, I decided to make this video to point
fucking 100k health, bro. Fucking life leeching. It's been my existence, bro.
out 5 major issues that haven't been fixed and suggest solutions. That's solutions. Number 1, the Eye of Rashanta. When opening this map, the operator said it was for new and returning users to grind Abyss mobs to buy things.
This should be equalized and just only be if you have the growth badge. I don't know, man. It's better. It's a bit better now, and all of the items should be bound, right? It's just
Things like stigma shards and grow, but have you actually visited the Eye of Rashanta yourselves?
they said it would be bound, and then it's not. Chat. If you go into Upper Abyss right now, you're going to find a trove of bots that are like general. You're going to find packs of 50 bots on every island farming non-stop uninterrupted at like really high ranks, because what they created is a bot haven with Upper Rashanta, and it's crazy to me that they haven't fixed it yet.
It's all generals, commanders, and supreme commanders acting like flashers, camping out 24/7 in parties, and killing all the new players.
Yeah, that as well.
At the very least, to allow new and returning
smurfing.
users to grind, you should have disabled rank point acquisition in the Eye of Rashanta. Or you should have restricted entry for characters that have ever exceeded 400k AP.
I mean, I think they have done that though. Haven't they made it so that if you have ever exceeded the maximum, you can't enter anymore? I haven't gone back since I did that.
Simple solutions like these, and I don't understand why they aren't being implemented.
Nope.
And second, the Rift content. We can manage to kill 100 people when we go on the offensive.
Oh boy, rifting.
Because there are many people defending on any server. But if you run into a server that doesn't really do PvP, they don't come over.
Yeah.
So we can't complete the defense quest. And if it's going to be like this, please change it to a 200 kill quest for both attack and defense.
Yeah.
Don't split it into 100 and 100.
Yeah.
Just let us get 200 kills.
Sure, but then they have to stagger the rifts. We can't have both rifts be up at the same time, because otherwise you're gonna have one side that's going to be empty, right? Like that's the problem. And at the end of the day, they just need to add more rifting incentives. They need to make rifting more fun, and they need to give more incentives to rifting. We need more carrots. It's PvP at the end of the day. The entire basis of open world PvP, right, is having a map, putting a carrot in the map so that players are tempted to go on the map to get killed by another player. That is the entire thing. And that entire element is missing from rifting. There's no carrots, so no one's doing it. Especially with the PvP flag system. You need that carrot to be really enticing for people to go pick up that carrot. But there's none. So yeah, rifting is just dead right now.
Kills, even if we have to go over there. People are getting a lot of stress from this, so I hope you give it some serious thought.
There's the quest.
Third.
Yeah, but as he said, if you run into a server that doesn't do PvP, or if you just miss the Zerg window, you're fucked. GG's. Because there's no constant stream of players doing that content. On Taiwan, it's just plan Zerging. It kind of is in Korea as well. Korea is just like Zergs going together in rifts. It's just that Taiwan does it once a week, whereas Korea does it multiple times a week, right?
Third, crafted items. The stats on crafted items are just too good, even for PvP. For example, with these Abyss items, there is a penalty, where your PvP damage decreases by 5%, 5%, and 10% when wearing 2 or 5 pieces. But crafted items have...
most servers do that, Rem, but they usually do it like once or twice a week, and if you miss the window, GG's.
No such penalty. So I think you should either apply a penalty when wearing 2 or 3 crafted items for PvP, or buff the PvP items. It would be great if you considered a patch like increasing the number of mana stone slots, just like in AION.
Not on Nemon, especially not right now.
Frequent balance patches. There are way too many balance patches. I think you're working hard, so that part is understandable, but because of these extremely radical buffs and nerfs, if you give such an extreme buff, what happens? Bittens. You have no choice but to take it back, because you gave too much. People get a lot of stress because of this.
Yeah,
with 20% buff.
ultimately with PvE gear, the thing is they don't want to put too big of a malus on PvE gear because they want PvE and casual players to be able to just jump into light PvP content, which I understand. But I do think they need to find something. Not to make PvE gear unusable, but to make the lower grade of PvP gear be strictly stronger. Or like at least not be as bad. At the end of the day, I just think PvP gear, because you already can't use it in PvE, right? PvP gear should give PvP specific stats in the soulbinds, and they should have one more soulbind line to match crafted, right? So this way, you make up the difference between gold and orange, and you also have the extra soulbind, right? Like at the something like that.
Buffs and 20% nerfs, we end up with classes getting a buff 1 week and then a nerf the very next week, which is inevitable.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
For example, it's like giving your girlfriend a gift and asking for it back when you break up. I think it's exactly the same as that.
Okay,
and having to keep switching arcanas whenever there's a buff or nerf.
Let's go with that.
If you're going to keep doing it that way, I think it would be better to just release an arcana inheritance system quickly. Also, when you nerf or buff.
At the end of the day, regardless of what he said, yeah, we just need we need a better way to inherit effort in arcanas. Because the arcana system is too RNG heavy. Even with the added craft systems, it's still too RNG heavy. And if they shift your class with a balance patch and you have to like redo your skills because something changed, it's a fucking nightmare. Like we need the arcana system to be shifted one way or another. Like I still think the leveling aspect of arcana, okay, because we have crafting to choose to select the skills on the arcanas, that's good because you have to grind to get the crystals to craft the select arcana. I think the leveling is the problem on arcanas, not the acquisition. The RNG leveling on arcanas is fucking ridiculous. We should be able to select which skill gets which point when we level up. You know what I mean? And this way, if you need to transfer arcanas, at least you can inherit your current one to get most of the XP back, and then you select which skill gets leveled up from inheriting. Right? On a scale, you're only +1. Yeah, exactly. We need to be able to select which skill gets a level up. Full stop. It's not going to make the Arcana system any less grindier. It's just going to make it less stupid. And it's going to make meta shifts be less painful. Arcana level up? Yeah. Yeah, like, just give us selectable level ups. That's it. That's all we need. The only thing that the Arcana system needs is selectable level ups. I think for the rest, they already added it in the game. Because we can craft Arcanas with all full skills, right? So yeah.
I think it's necessary to make small adjustments, like 5% or 5% down. Please don't do extreme balance patches. Every time you make such extreme patches, the users end up fighting each other. People fight a lot over whose class is overpowered, and it seems to cause more friction. And you said you've been monitoring the community a lot, but please stop that now. You mentioned you have an internal balance team specifically for balance patches. Please handle the balance solely through tests conducted by that balance team. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you transfer an Arcana, I think we should be getting more XP than we are right now. Because right now you're losing, like, I think 30% of the XP or something, right? It should be bumped to like 90%. And yeah, we should be able to select the level ups.
And fifth, the opponent's buff window appears as a plus sign.
Yes. Oh, well, there we go. He's literally talking about what I said in the previous video. Well, there you go.
Excluding a few, the rest just show up as something like +8. But in PvP, there's a basic flow of combat where you click on the opponent's character to...
Great minds think alike. I mean, bro, it's just that we played AION1. AION1 is a fucking 50 years old game. And we could see all of the buffs and debuffs of the enemy. Like, I don't know if I found some group content. In group content, it's a bit more apparent. Hold on. Like, for people who haven't played AION1, see. Oh no, you're gonna be able to see my revenue on each video. Oh no, oh no. Hold on, let me see. I think I have some unlisted Dredgens from AION1. You're seeing all of my unlisted. Yes, the Booba Boonstone. Thrown anybody be like that, bro. Okay, you know why this is here? It's because of fucking VOD reviews. Mandatory VOD reviews in guilds. It's like, oh, you're the best player in the guild. We need to teach the other ones with your POVs. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Ah, yes, Eclipse. Yo, look, chat. It's me using Eclipse. Look, chat.
Je mets à côté de Crépaillus même.
Hell yeah, dude. Wow. Gaming. There you go. Yo, Castle Siege. Yo. I wonder if I have the Castle Siege where I found out about the bug. But either way. Ah, yes. Excellent unlisted video names. What's Stigma? These nuts. Yep. Like this one, right? I think this one is a PvP one, right? Yeah, like you see this amount of fucking buffs in the group frame. Let me extend it. Do you see this amount of buffs and debuffs on your fucking party frame, chat? Do you see it? God, the amount of buffs and debuffs on the enemy. Look at this, chat. We had the technology fucking 20 years ago. Let's count them, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yippee! Well, actually, there's more than that. It's 21 because this one is flashing. So 21, right? That's 21 debuffs. Let's go back on Tanker King's video. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, the game can't show more. Nope, we can't do that. We don't have the tag, bro. Unfucking believable, bro. How is it taking them so long to fix that? It's just asinine to me.
See what skills they used and how many seconds are left.
Mobile game? Nah, it's I don't even know why this is a thing. I don't even know. Mobile development in mind? It's not even the same UI on mobile. That's the problem. That's the thing.
It's just so strange that such a basic patch hasn't been implemented for 8 months.
Yeah, he's saying the same thing, bro. I'm flying to Korea, I'm marrying fucking Tanker King, that's it.
Last time when people asked for a patch, you only made it so my own buff window is visible. The opponent's buff window needs to be visible.
Yeah.
This is so basic that I hope you fix it soon.
Because the thing that's fucking insane is that in a 1v1 scenario, let's say you're fighting a Gladiator, right? You fight a Glad has like 50 buffs and contextual passive buffs that procs, right? So a Glad attacks you, the moment they use Ruinous Blow on your ass, Glad gains like 10 buffs, right? And if the Glad uses the invuln, it's not visible anymore. It's just a +1. You don't even see that the Glad has the invuln. I think long enough to have that kind of daily friction. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but how has it not been fixed yet? I don't know. You have to listen for invulns. Fuck that, bro.
I didn't intend to make this video, but is there no team at AION2 that comes up with these ideas?
Yeah.
I don't know if they aren't implementing them or what, but I was so frustrated that I couldn't hold back and decided to film this. Viewers, please leave your many opinions in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's pretty basic stuff, right, that he's saying. I think it's really safe opinions, right? It's really safe opinions, but at the end of the day, again, why haven't developers gone through this, right? PvE and PvE, this doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that Metaslaved, yeah. Although, I mean, some of the stuff, I mean, I guess most of the stuff he's talking about is about PvP, so yeah. And thanks for the follow, Moon. One guy do small wins, yeah, exactly. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm even talking about the party frame buffs, right? Like, you only see how many, like 5 buffs from your group members, right? and you don't even see all of their buffs. You don't see their scrolls, you don't see their personals, right? Because you may be like, yeah, but I don't really give a shit, right? I don't really give a shit about what the other guy is doing, but sometimes it's nice to see what the other group members have active and inactive, because you're able to look at it and be like, this guy is not using this. This guy is not buffing this way correctly. This one doesn't use scrolls, like so on and so forth, right? Like, I personally prefer to see everything on everyone. I'm the kind of person that wants as much data as possible, and I think I should be able to see everything. Like, add filters. Like, if people don't want to see scrolls and stuff like that, you can just add a filter. But for people who want to see it, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be able to see it. Oh, and also, please let me display the buffs on my party frame on the other side. Why is it that the buffs magnet towards the middle of the screen? Why? I want my buffs to be on this side, not on this side. We're also about to fall off, but yeah. The way the game boss, they'll never be able to debuff. Yeah. Internal devs. I mean, sure, like, people are using add-ons to track all of these already, but ultimately, all the more reason to just have it be baseline in the game, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, also, you guys are liking this 30 FPS? Yeah, man. I played AION2 the old-fashioned way. By the way, people were telling me that I was using like fucking CFGs and stuff like that. Little did they know I was playing AION2 on max settings at 40 FPS. Yeah. I don't need to main max, bro. I don't need to main max to be farming people. BNS body for AION2, can we apply add-on? There's several. I know there's add-ons to like track buffs and debuffs for all of the group, and with like timers and everything. Yeah. I know there's a bunch of add-ons. Although I don't use any of them, so I don't know how they're running it. I'm just seeing them on other streams. You'd min your FPS, max your settings. True, that's true. Your Raiden coming out of the fucking woodworks for that joke. Hell yeah, dude. It's a good one, to be fair. Alright, Chad, do we have any other React contender? I can do one more. I can do one more, alright? Security graphics, yeah. I mean, we've all been there. Like, I said this before. When I played AION2 at the beginning, I played it on a laptop, like a fucking Packet Bell that was dog shit, and the game would the PC would overheat after 1 hour of gameplay, and then it would just like shut down the PC. So I would put the PC in a fridge to get a bit more playtime. I would play inside of a fridge. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Especially the OG release of AION2 was so high-end in terms of like the PC spec requirements that, yeah, I think all of us suffered one way or another. And Chromifaras, yeah. I do turn down some of those stuff as well, but I'm mostly maxed out on the rest. CryEngine, baby, yeah. It's a miracle that I won't even fucking ran on that engine. Accurate linked something. Let's see. It's called. No, I'm not watching this, Accurate. We're not doing AION2 PvP compilations. All right. I'm not looking to make everyone run away from the chat. War games. Ah, yes. Fucking throwing at liberty, bro. Yo, same UI, by the way. I'm consistent. Did you have your daily TL discussion yet? I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. Even TL showed more buffs and debuffs. TL had the same problem with the party frame. It was also limited to 6. Okay, Akiran. Buffs and debuffs in TL sucked massive dick. Here's the daily fucking TL rant. Can you guys read any of these fucking buffs and debuffs? Do you guys see this? oh, let's make every buff be white and clear blue. So this way you can't see anything. Never fixed it, by the way. Never. I will never understand the concept of making every buff and debuff the same color and completely unreadable. He's ranting about TNL again. Yeah, it's such a bad fucking game, dude. It's a shame because, again, like, some of it had charm, but my god, it was run by actual morons. Jesus Christ. Like, Team Sparks, you guys need to never make a game again. I'm serious. Like, I'm sure you have some talented guys. Your fucking development team needs to be disbanded. Never make another game again. Because you guys, number one, don't understand the modern audience. Number two, you guys don't understand your player base. Number three, you guys don't understand how to make a competent game. Number three, you guys don't understand how to make a fucking patch rollout without breaking the game every week, alright? Like, never make a game again. Please. No fucking good shit in TNL. Some stuff... It had some good ideas, but... Yeah. Yeah, never cook again, exactly. Like, never put these motherfuckers in the fucking kitchen ever again. Yeah. Yeah, that was my flex team. Yo, you guys like my flex team? 3 healers, 2 shadow dancers, 1 scorpion. And we just carried the entire fucking guild like that. My team was better? Nah. Ain't no way. I can tell anything else? Yeah. Let's see. Nice. Shadow Dancer, intelligent gameplay. Let's see the scoreboard at the end. I forgot. Let's see how bad we fucked them. Also this way you guys can see, because I'm convinced, because every wargames ended like this, so you guys can see why my team was the one in charge in this fucking guild. Alright, can I see the scoreboard? Yeah, there it is. Check Discord. Alright. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, now that's mental illness. Okay. That screenshot that you linked, Akiran, is early into the game because it has the blue HP bars. But yeah, that's fucking disgusting, dude. I didn't play for that long. Yeah. Fucking Bester Healer EU. Who the fuck is this? It has to be a fucking Ion player. With a name like this, it has to be a fucking Ion player. Kisumi? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Even though he didn't speak German, yeah. 2-2 was best meta in TNL. You mean the Blood Devo meta, Lucky Star? Ugh. Fucking, dude, Blood Devo meta is like, oh, the only fucking DPS classes that you can play are fucking SNS1 Curse Explosion and fucking SNS Crossbow, Cordy Nuking, and then you're just spending most of your time holding, okay, you're spending most of your time holding your dick, waiting for buffs to fall off. And as a healer, you're just watching for curse debuffs to be like, oh my god, I need to protect this guy. And then as a tank, the only thing that you're doing is, okay, I am fully spec into le CC, and I'm just spamming my CC buttons to reset my blood devotion faster. And also, once the war games is over, I'm going to shut down the game, shut down the PC, and then fucking kill myself. I will never play this shit again. No. ADTR red mission done, yeah. And you saw the title look too good. I didn't watch it yet. Alright, let me click on it. Wow, 17 minutes? Oh, hold on. I'm getting spammed on Discord. Who's this? Oops, DMing me like, bro, I need someone to do rage with me, and I'm just DMing him D's on top. I'm new to the game. Are there even points shared between ults? Nope. That's one system that is not shared. Alright, well, I guess we're looking at this video. Is there a translation? Yep, there is. Alright, what is this video about? Let's see. Alright, Google Translate. Spine chilling, race understanding, auto analysis, healing, pterodactylosis. What the fuck? Okay, sure. I actually understand the video less now. But sure, let's go with it. What is this?
Dam, defense, front, damage increase. Let's do
this
defense,
a genius inside?
Shield, and damage increase. Hey, is this right?
This is endgame chat, by the way. For anyone wondering, AION2 is a casino. I'm getting such a fucking dopamine boost right now. I could literally die. My heart rate is like 175 right now.
Wow, is this right?
Holy shit, dude. Inject that shit right into my veins.
Ah, this is insane, damn. Wow, this is truly insane. Wow, my hands and feet are shaking right now.
Okay, bro, calm down.
Wow, damn.
I never used it so far. I've used it a couple of times. Is there any new PvP content soon? We are supposed to be getting rifting content and battle royale, but who knows when.
Ah, I'm watching. My hands are shaking.
Is that slop? That's a good question. This may be slop, chat.
What is this? Is this insane? Look at it disappearing.
I don't know what's happening. It looks expensive. Yeah, well.
Ah, 1.7.
Definitely slop, yeah.
No, 1.2. Are you crazy?
So, is this video just a guy rolling genius? Dude, this is the entire video. This is the entire video, bro. Oh my god. This is just rolling genius and then hitting a dummy. Why is that so fast?
Seriously.
It's the automatic reroll. Although, I think he's speeding up the video.
Oh. 2.4 popped up. Damn. 2.3 popped up.
I don't even know what he's rolling for. Okay, this is Smite, right? These are the current characters for Smite, right? So this is Smite, and I think damage boost. Is this pretty cool damage boost? Is this what this is? Who cares? Let him spin. Yo, true.
2.4 pop. Ah, don't talk like. I don't think this is the right place.
Hell yeah, dude. I think it's weapon damage. All right. 9 is Smite, yeah, but what? I think
Look,
he locked 3 as Smite, but I think 9 was a damage boost type.
Next, I'll move past this for a second. Wait, I'll move past this for a second. I'm going to change the Arcana so that I can use troops as well. I'll run a test like that. Without frontal damage increase, you can see it's 10%, and I'm wearing these new wings I just got too.
I don't know why I'm watching this video, bro.
For this test.
I'm just watching a dude talking about his day right now. Is this what this stream has gotten to? Me and like 130 people watching a Korean guy talk about his day?
After equipping Illusion, I'll try hitting with the change card settings as well. Doing this brings the frontal damage increase to 7%, 7.1%. Please keep that in mind. Perfection 77.8, critical hit 84.3. Now, the main to the second one, you can see I've gained a lot of frontal damage.
Yeah, I mean, he's just happy to be building, honestly.
I'll switch my Arcana and try hitting with Troop at level 20.
Changing to Arcana 1. This way the blessing stat drops a bit.
He's built identically to me. On the skill side, yeah. I just don't have LMB 20 because my hyping doesn't fucking matter for it anyways, but yeah.
The levels for Troop and Retribution also go up. With this set, I'll use Troop and try hitting it, okay?
Korean clerics are crackheads for the most amount of condemnation hit. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get my fix because my ping sucks dick, so... Most condemnation in the set time. Wow. Some people have different hobbies, I'm gonna say that. This looks so fast. Yeah, by the way, chat, this is how Cleric looks like at native ping. Like, you guys have been watching me playing Cleric for a while. This guy is weaving, by the way, condemnation. He's not just using condemnation. But I think this is maybe a little bit better. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is not better.
Is.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just regular speed at native ping. Mentally ill designers? Yeah, well. Yo, can you guys read the damage floaters, by the way?
Alright, I've measured for 1 minute including the troop.
Right now.
Using the troop came out higher, the peak performance. Looking from the first one, this is the original setting without front damage boost. This is the result using only judgment. It came out to 3.96 million.
161 condemnation for 1 minute. Bro, I'm getting like 60. 1 month and a half, chat. A month and a half. And the gulag is finally over. A month and a half.
Second, this is the record for the original setup with only troop added. It came out to 3.996 million. Next is the result using only judgment with front damage boost. It came out to 4.446 million. I
mean, okay. Full stop though, you can't look at DPS on dummies because the defensives on dummies are flawed. So some of the stats, when you increase them, it doesn't actually increase your damage. So you can't really look at DPS data on dummies. Like, you can get a vague idea for some stuff, but yeah, you can't look at the effectiveness of like one stat compared to another on dummies because of that.
Finally, this is the result with troop included. It came out to 4.57 million.
To put in
So the
macro,
conclusion is that it's better to get front damage boost.
I just have 10 ms on my macro, and then I have my mouse macro just spam the living shit out of LMB, and it works.
Incredible efficiency that you'll see a DPS increase even if you only get a little bit.
Oh, we end up testing DPS. I mean, you know, for this video, right? This video that I made, I'm not pretending for it to be perfect, because at the end of the day, it was all data collected by me over the course of a week, and then just briefly talking with people and stuff. But the way I did it is I basically gathered and compared data between dummies, 1-star dungeon, 3-star dungeon, 6-star dungeons, on mini bosses and bosses, as well as some Cleric screening, just to see the effectiveness, which is where I saw the effectiveness of multi-hit, for example, right? Because I would have never been able to see how effective multi-hit is without doing that, for example. But yeah, just purely dummy doesn't really tell you the full picture, is the thing.
However, sources to set up or change.
Yo, that video was mostly slop. But at least he had fun. Yo, let me...
1.7.
Let me do this again. Yes.
Wow, damn.
Just put this on a 10-hour repeat loop, right? I just have this playing on the background. And then you go to a mental institute. Yep. Yep, that's right. Alright, well, that's enough of that. All right, well, unless someone in chat has something insane to send, I mean, I think that's gonna be it, right? That's gonna be it for me, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, chat, with the usual Wednesday reset day long stream just to farm through content, and yeah. But for the time being, that is going to be it for me, chat. So make sure to follow the channel on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already, and make sure to jump on my Discord to be made aware of my whereabouts and also to see all the fucking resource stuff I put in. And yeah, for the time being, that's going to be it for me. So Tuesday now is Patchnotes and React Day. Kind of, yeah, that's kind of what I'm making it. I mean, on global, it's probably going to be different. I'm assuming we'll have the patch happen one day later, because that's usually how they do it between Korean and global, but yeah. But I mean, for the time being, let me see. I'll just if I can host someone. Actually, hold up. Angmo streaming, Stupid streaming. Oh, Stupid streaming.
A lot of people are having fun sitting there and crashing out. I'm not gonna lie, does not look appealing, but
I mean, okay. Do you guys want me to host Stoops or Hegmo? Yo, Hegmo has 354 viewers. What the fuck?
X
What happened?
with 3 people, while the other
Stoops?
3 people.
Alright. You guys go say hi to Stoops. Alright. I want you guys to spam the chat with these on top. Alright. So I'm going to raid, and you guys spam this, alright? And if you have some emotes like the ding donk emote, then you can do that, alright? Oh, there he is. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for a big grind stream. GG's.
like I was up to like just trying to make gains on my character. It has that, bro. I'm telling you, AION2 has that casino feeling. You know what I mean? Yo, Matt, thanks for the raid, bro. Appreciate that, man.